We need to take a moment to reflect on some pressing concerns that naturally arise with this topic. Yes, the anxieties are real. Robots are replacing human jobs, autonomous machines are used in warfare, and there's a rumor that machines are bypassing human control. This leads to the question, will robots rule the world? The noise surrounding AI is only growing louder, and for most people, it's deeply disturbing. Depending on what you read, it's easy to believe we're either on the brink of a dystopian collapse, orchestrated by super intelligent machines, or we are destined to live forever as digital beings in some vast cloud-based simulation. Amid this swirl of speculation and sensationalism lies a vital question. Should we approach AI with optimism or caution as it reshapes our shared future?
The first question is, who owns artificial intelligence? It appears to be a story of power, play, and possibility. In the digital age, a handful of giants hold the keys to artificial intelligence. Google maps our journeys and tracks our questions. Microsoft, hand in hand with OpenAI, slips smart tools into the very fabric of our work. Amazon fuels its machines with the content of our shopping carts and supply chains. Meta checks our conversations, shaping virtual worlds from our social lives. And NVIDIA? It forges the chips, the lifeblood powering it all. These companies don't merely play the game. They write the rules. With every search, every click, every voice command, their empires expand. The more data they harvest, the sharper the AI becomes. And the sharper it gets, the more we rely on it. The loop begins, a cycle of dependence, of power, of control. So the question remains, is this a story of progress or a story of monopoly? This is not just a game of monopoly. It is a shift in global power. Nations now compete over data and processes, not oil and land. Billions flow into AI weaponry, fueling a new arms race across both physical and digital frontiers. The US pushes science fiction into reality. China accelerates machine learning at breakneck speed. The world begins to split. The West builds its digital alliances, while China crafts its own tech empire. What is emerging isn't just rivalry. It's a fractured digital future, shaped by two competing visions of tomorrow. But AI in the wrong hands is a growing threat. AI's power to automate and generate code is reshaping industries, but it's also exposing serious security risks. With little transparency around how models are trained or what biases they carry, trust is eroding. The threat of weaponization is rising fast. From misinformation to cyber attacks, AI-generated content is being misused at scale. Yet regulations lag behind, and many organizations are deploying AI faster than they can secure it. The bottom line is AI is amplifying both efficiency and risk, and without strong oversight, the consequences could be catastrophic. Warfare is changing. As AI enters the battlefield, ethical lines blur and control slips. Conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East already hint at this shift. Machines making split-second life or death decisions once reserved for humans. The real threat isn't just rogue AI, it's strategic. Historically, war was shaped by human ingenuity. Now machines may outthink us, outmaneuver us, and redefine victory. If AI decides humanity is just another variable to optimize, who truly commands the battlefield? Do we still control the war, or does the war begin to control us? We, humanity, hold the key. It began quietly. AI tools help with emails, calendars, and feedback. Harmless, helpful. But soon, they didn't just assist, they replaced. Writers were outpaced, designers watched logos appear in seconds, coders saw their skills mirrored by tireless, flawless machines. Efficiency, they said, productivity. But behind the buzzwords, jobs vanished. Departments shrank. Tasks once shared by teams were now handled by a single AI. Some adapted. Others were left behind, displaced, uncertain, overwhelmed. And the old advice, learn to code. Now it's learn to use AI or be replaced by someone who can. Millions of jobs at risk was a headline. AI is a double-edged sword. It promises higher productivity, yet threatens mass job losses. A UK study shows 11% of tasks can already be done by AI. In the next wave, that could rise to 59%, with as many as 7.9 million jobs disappearing. Those most exposed are part-time, entry-level, and administrative roles, often held by women. Researchers warn this could be a sliding door moment where the path we chose determines whether AI brings shared prosperity or deepens inequality. But it's not all doom. With the right rules and foresight, AI could grow the economy and raise living standards, turning risk into opportunities. Harnessing AI responsibly requires AI literacy across the workforce. Training is no longer optional. It is becoming a legal requirement. Organizations should ensure that all employees operating or interact with AI systems receive sufficient training. Trained employees can use AI responsibly and productively. Yet, many organizations still rely on ad hoc learning or unverified experts. This approach often falls short, leaving companies exposed to compliance risk and digital transformation failures. So despite fears of a job apocalypse, AI also creates avenues for growth and innovation. With the right safeguards, AI can raise living standards, improve service delivery, and reduce inequality. The key lies in governance and education. Proactive reskilling programs, ethical frameworks, and inclusive policies will determine whether AI aggravates or delivers shared prosperity. However, as AI takes over routine and analytical work, people lose vital chances to practice critical thinking. Mid-level roles that once trained future leaders are disappearing. Without planning, institutions risk losing expertise, leaving business and government less resilient, less innovative, and dependent on systems they barely understand. AI has enormous potential to improve business and local government services, but unchecked, adoption risks eroding the very problem-solving capacity that makes governance resilient. The future of business and local government must not be about replacing human intelligence, but about enhancing it. Councils that treat AI as a supportive tool, not an autonomous authority, will be better positioned to build trust, safeguard communities, and maintain the human judgment that democratic governance depends on. This is another area of concern. There are bad people in this world, not always in the dark alleys, but behind glowing screens. They don't wear masks or carry crowbars. Instead, they wield deception, code, and silence. These are the architects of cybercrime, scammers, phishers, and digital tricksters who prey on trust and vulnerability. Standing guard in this invisible war are the quiet heroes of cybersecurity. They build firewalls like fortresses, encrypt secrets like ancient scrolls, and teach everyday citizens how to spot danger before it strikes. Cybersecurity isn't just for tech experts. It's for grandparents checking emails, for community groups sharing photos, for anyone who dares to connect. In this digital age, awareness is armor, and every click can be a choice: to fall into a trap or to walk wisely through the web. It began with $2.99. Credit card fraud is rising fast, and older adults are increasingly in the crosshairs. Scammers exploit trust, unfamiliarity with digital systems, and the quiet habits of seniors who may not check their accounts daily. The other day, I spotted a tiny charge, $2.99. It looked harmless. Maybe a subscription I had forgotten? But within hours, my card was bleeding money. Gift cards, hotel bookings, online shops. I've never heard of them. A fraudster had slipped in quietly, testing the waters before diving deep. $2.99. I felt violated and angry. I immediately blocked my card and called the fraud department of my bank. Now I check every statement and warn my friends at the community center, tell them, don't ignore the small stuff. The smallest charge can be the loudest alarm. And then there is disinformation, the lie that travels fast. Disinformation isn't just a mistake, it's a message designed to mislead. Unlike misinformation, which spreads by accident, disinformation is deliberate. It's crafted to confuse, divide, or manipulate. It might look like a fake news article, a doctored image, or a social media post that twists the truth. The goal? To shape opinions, sow doubt, or even cause harm. Deepfake tools are widely available, allowing anyone to create manipulated content with little or no technical skill. And victims describe feelings of helplessness, shame, and violation. And then there is the voice that wasn't real. Voice cloning uses artificial intelligence to recreate someone's voice from a short audio clip. With just a few seconds, the system learns the tone, rhythm, and emotion. Type in any sentence and the cloned voice speaks it, convincingly. Sometimes it's used for good, restoring speech, narrating audiobooks, or helping those who've lost their voice. But in the wrong hands, it becomes a tool of deception. Scammers use it to impersonate loved ones, stir panic, or steal trust.
Hazit, I'm Ryan from Aragon Priscilla.
Oh, am I?
Actually, this isn't even my real voice.
With AI voice cloning, anyone can sound like anyone.
Your child,
Your boss.
your partner, or your mother.
Mom, I'm in trouble. I need money now. Please send money to my bank account now.
Scammers are using AI voice cloning, and it's even got its own name now, vishing. One South African lady lost 280,000 rand. Her daughter called and was crying, and she thought she had been kidnapped through vishing and voice cloning.
We've reached the end of our third session, where we've explored key areas of concern together. To sum it up, think before you act. You hold the key to your safety. Stay alert and keep bad people at bay.